Hey, Jim here from K2 Concepts, shooting a video, the last video before we head up to the Kansas class on paint. We have a lot of questions on paint. People ask me all the time, what do you use? What should I be using? The reality is that because the laws and the EPA laws and the differentiate, and you can even get down to a county level. I'm not going to get into that, the specifics, because it does change, but the reality is that you may be restricted just because of the VOC level on a paint that you're using. Here in California, we've got a real low VOC level, down around 2.1. But a county over, I can drive 20 minutes that way, and it's 4.2, and I can buy other things there. So the reality is, it really comes down to just two categories. If you're dealing with paint, and this is why I don't answer this question too much, because you may not be able to buy what I buy. But when you deal with paint, this is paint 101. It's what you can buy legally and what you can use safely. Those are the only two criteria. Okay, it makes no sense me recommending something that's a 4.2 if you have a 2.1 VOC level. It does me no good recommending a 2.1 that we use if your manufacturer is not going to sell a 2.1 in that state or that county or whatever, because 4.2 is legal. So the reality is, it comes down to legally. What can you buy legally where you're at? Okay. Second of all, and probably just as important, is what can you use safely. If you're shooting solvent paints in your garage, you may want to switch to something that's water-based so you don't have to deal with the VOC levels and you're not contaminating your neighbors or your family or whatever. So again, what can you get legally? What can you use safely? I wanted to shoot this video because I'm so tired of typing up that answer, and and from all over this planet I get these questions. There's no way I can know what paint is available to you in a different country with stricter laws or no laws. I mean, there's all kinds of different paints out there, and so you can make almost any paint work. Some a lot better than others, but the reality is that these are the two criteria. So that what that does is that affects you guys as your choice. I mean, that's the reason that we have 2 or 3 different paint manufacturers on the forum, because there's different choices. You may be able to legally buy a solvent, but you may not want to use it because you can't use it safely around your family or your environment or whatever the factor is. Same token, if you can legally buy a solvent-based or water-based, it doesn't matter, and you have an excellent ventilation system and a spray booth, it really doesn't matter. It comes down to what affects your business. What's your bottom line, pricing, all that stuff. So the reality of this whole question, what paint do you use, what paint can I use, I'm going to throw it right back at you guys and say, what can you buy legally and what can you use safely? That's it. At that point, then we got to figure out how to make it work in your system, and that's more on you. And unfortunately, not every business is structured the same way. This is just something that you're going to have to figure out. That's part of business. That's a challenge. What can I use? What can I implement in my business? So that's it for this one. Having a Corona for the haters. Hope you're having a good day dipping. We're off to Kansas next week, 23rd, 24th, 25th. Business seminar on 26th. If you haven't signed up, please get on that. It's going to be a lot of information. It's going to be a good time. And hope you're having a good day dipping. We'll talk to you later.